connect with everything, but I'm not attached to anything. So it's really easy.
She said, I don't need a medal. I just need to be here and show people what I can do. But what she doesn't know, if she does that, probably means a medal.
If you are obsessed with the content about discipline or hustle culture or grind culture, we know that the internet normalize or rather sells you this sets of goals. We are not resonating with that anymore. And that's because of our main subject tonight, which is Alysa Liu. Yes, Alysa Liu. We all know her. Most of people, especially if you love the pop culture that there is or media literacy, you know Alysa Liu this time. We are now transitioning to the fan maxing. It is because of Alysa Liu. I don't know if you often see these clips on the internet, on TikTok, on IG, and on different platforms that there is. But Alysa Liu often talks about in her interviews about detachment. Like there's certain clips that we have is it revolves around the idea that she doesn't really care about the end goal or the idea of success or the idea of winning, the societal idea of what the success looks like or what is the symbolism of that, and that is the medal. She said that she doesn't really care about this, and it really symbolizes that she doesn't really care about the end goal, the outcome. And one of her interviews actually revolves around also on just being there as already a win for her. She already feel fulfilled on just stepping on the ice and being at the moment. And I just can't help but to think that what if we all also, if you're a creative, if you are a creator, whatever creative endeavor is that, or if you're just an ordinary person who are still exploring what she wants or what he wants to do, that's probably okay. What if we actually apply this kind of mindset in our daily lives and whatever endeavor that we are pursuing these days right now? I think if we apply this, we are going to detach ourselves in the outcome or end goal that there is. And I think also objectively that most of the time we are bound for failure if we are always looking forward to the end goal. If we're always rushing to the end goal for the medal, or what does it look like to be successful, what does it mean to be successful, or like having this end goal. But if you really love the process or just being in the in the moment, like for example, me myself, I am currently pursuing this creative endeavor, which is podcast and video essay that there is, and also vlogs actually. And I know that if you're still a beginner, you're a starter, you need to navigate a lot of things and you need to get through a lot of things. And also, specifically, I'm talking about here this amount of subscriber or viewers that I have. Back then, that's actually my goal, to have this specific number of subscribers or specific numbers of views because I know I will get money there. But over the time, I was like, this is going to burn me out. You know, the point here is wanting or obsessing for the end goal is going to lead you for unfeeling burnout. And burnout is equals to depression. It might lead to depression. And that's why Alyssa Liu have fun, you know. I mean, the topic here in this video essay is to have fun. The secret for her winning, you know, is that because he's so detached about the end goal to the point that she's not attached to it. She doesn't feel pressure at all. She actually loves struggling. She loves to know how to improve this way, how to improve this specific endeavor that she had. And even though that she's struggling, she also mentioned that even though that she's struggling, she's having a hard time, it doesn't stop her because she loves what she's doing. So in one of the clips that she has also is she mentioned that she doesn't want the journey to end. Like, you know, like are you getting me here?
This medal isn't what it is important to me. What's important is how I got here, my journey.
She doesn't want to for her journey to end. It because that she's actually having fun. And if I'm going to make myself an example in this endeavor that I'm, pursuing, which is podcast and video essay on YouTube, I also I also love the process. Everything writing the writing about the topic that I wanted to share or express here in the video, editing the video, filming the video, and also every process that I want strategically to make it effective for the audience or viewers that I have. You know, every process at first is hard for me, especially as a beginner. You know, but that's actually normal. It's part of the process. It's the proof that you just love what you're doing, and it will not get in your way. If you love what you're doing, no matter how hard is that, it will not matter to you. And yeah, I kind of like relate to Alysa Liu in that way because I don't want this to end actually. I'm not seeing any end goal here because also what she said is she loves the process. She loves being in the moment. She loves what she's doing. And yeah, right, like to the point that whenever she succeed in a societal way or symbolism of success that there is, she doesn't care. Like it doesn't really matter to her. As I also mentioned earlier that the internet revolves around or like mostly revolves around hustle culture or toxic grind culture that there is. I'm so sorry if I'm mentioning these words wrong, I think. But yeah. What I mean is the internet or the people on that most of the time, they normalize it, they glamorize it. Yeah, that's the right term. They glamorize toxic hustle culture that there is. But because of Alysa Liu, she breaks all the rules here. The moment that she won gold in the Olympics, she set the standards for being yourself and gaining autonomy. So, what I mean by autonomy, as far as I'm knowledgeable about this, that is, this is our sense of self that we can decide for ourselves. Like, for example, I have this color of hair that I have, and in other schools that I've entered before, it's not applicable. Like, it's not applicable that I should have black hair only. And also having tattoos, yeah, and like, you know, exploring your fashion in terms of fashion or maybe art or whatever creative endeavors that every time that you decide for what you wanted, as long as it's not bad for others, it is called autonomy. Well, as far as I'm knowledgeable about that. And yeah, she breaks all the rules. She has this autonomy. We can see that in her hair, in her sense of fashion, and also as far as I'm knowledgeable about her, she tried photography. She studied psychology at UCLA when she takes breaks. Yeah. Also, I'm talking about here autonomy, right? So yeah, having this self-expression, and as we know it, if y'all are all knowledgeable about figure skaters that there is, they have this kind of standard that they must look like this, like the traditional figure skater that there is. And Alysa Liu breaks all the rules. She has autonomy. She gained self-expression and sense of decision for herself when she came back. And yeah, note that she normalizes. She loves taking breaks. And one of her clips also, she said, state here that breaks are important.
Take those breaks, you need them, and don't let anyone push you past your breaking point. You are the only one that knows your limit, and you know yourself. I would say every athlete should take a break, or not even just athlete, every person take a break from that life that you're so like stuck in, because stepping back will give you such a different perspective, and you learn so much, and that's what life is about, learning.
She takes breaks. I think it's 2 to 3 years she takes break, and also she came back after. And I also just know earlier that she studied psychology at UCLA for that, and I think she hiked. I don't know what mountain is that. I mean, she actually explored all of these things that is, that is outside of this ice, the figure skating world that there is. She really feel isolated in that back then, especially as a child at that age, right? And taking breaks, right? Like just exploring yourself and other things. Like, who are you? Who are you if you step outside on your comfort zone? That's really the question here. And she gained that. She gained that. And she's still an inspiration until now, and still inspiration for me. Like, personally, I kind of relate on her. Like, wow, that's it. You just know that she's so magnetic. She has this kind of energy to the point that you fucking feel it in your screen right now. You know that. She's worth talking about here. Last note is, yeah, thank you for, watching this video up until now. This is so long, actually, I think. And thank you for always supporting me on this podcast and video essays. And as much as possible, I promise to myself that I'm going to be consistent as much as possible. Because maybe I'm also an inspiration to others, people, And yeah, I love to know what you think about on this video essay. And I know you all have insights and perspective. Please don't be shy to share that with me, because I read comments. I read that. I love reading comments. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for always watching. Is you all are making my dreams come true. Dreams, or rather purpose, actually. So yeah, I hope whatever that I'm making content here, I hope it's also becoming inspiration